Good day to you all. Welcome once again to Real Estate in Perspective with Ehi-Kings. My name is Bethel Ehikioya. I'm your regular host, Real Estate in Perspective with Ehi-Kings, and also the Executive Director of Ehi-Kings Real Estate and Construction Company. Today on Real Estate in Perspective is a very special edition because we are celebrating the International Women's Day 2023, and I have with me on set a very special renowned woman in the house. She is a God fearing woman to start with, beautiful, bold. Her portfolio is full, and she's going to be introducing herself. I'd like you to welcome on set with me Mrs. Efe Usien.
Thank you. That
Good
was
to
very,
have
very
you.
nice.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be doing this with you. The special day, the International Women's Day 2023. And the theme for this year is actually like embrace, embrace equality and talking
Yes,
about technology
and
and
innovation
innovation and all of the nice stuff that digital life
has
has
brought,
happened to
yeah.
us as women.
And amazing, we are wearing purple.
Oh yes.
What's the beautiful thing about purple?
Lovely. Purple signified boldness,
Mm-hmm.
feminist,
Royalty.
royalty, exactly.
Yeah.
So my name is Efe Hussein, like she said, and she wants me to talk about my accolades. Wow, I'm very humbled. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I started my career like 22 years ago.
Wow.
22 years ago. And I started with the oil and gas industry. I was a travel in some of the largest oil and gas you can think of in the country. And I did that for like 7 years, yeah. Then I left the country briefly to have my master's, and then got back into the country and went straight into the financial institutions, financial industry. I tell people I worked in the bank for 12 years, but I'm not a banker.
Doesn't look like.
Yeah, and in the bank I did a wonderful work. I did a lot of projects, some of the beautiful unveiling things that has happened in technology, like the agency banking. I was one of those working on such projects, defending why and why not to CBN, trying to close some unprofitable locations and put agents in the places and all of those nice things we did with technology in the bank. And by the grace of God, after some time, I was called upon to come and work with the women. It was a new baby for the bank time, and since then I have enjoyed working with the women, and this is 4 years and counting. Wow. I worked as a woman. I worked with the coalition of the Women Association in Nigeria, ANWBN. ANWBN is a coalition of all major women associations. We have actually 73 associations, women associations, and then I worked with Women Chamber of Commerce. I was the president of the cooperative for women. Very exciting job. When you're working with women, it's very exciting. And then right now, I still work with a couple others, but currently I am the president and CEO of Women in Exports, Trade and Investment. We decided to go into Women in Export because the country right now is talking a lot about exportation of non-oil items, produce, and products. And I'm excited that we're talking about a new part, which is an investment arm.
Yes.
That women can actually invest in
Technology and own.
And own real estate.
Yes.
Yes. I'm happy to be here.
You know, I haven't talked about that. I was going to go into there, but you seem to be in a hurry to talk about it. Amazing. The theme for this year's International Women's Day celebration is digital innovation and technology for gender equality. But our discussion would be narrowed down to women in business and in real estate. But I'd like you to enlighten us. You talked a bit about you working with women. How has it been working with women over these years? What is it like working with women?
One thing that I have come to find out about the women community is that one, the women are just beginning to embrace in the last 5, 6, max 8 years. Women are just beginning to embrace economic activities as a career.
The career.
As a career. When I mean economic activities, I'm talking about the real economic activity out there. You know, it was probably fanciful for a woman to be a teacher, to work in a bank,
Yes.
a teller,
Yes.
you know, and all of those things that has been coined to be the feminine role. But then, exactly, in the last 5-8 years, women are delving into some very masculine role in quote, and things like engineering. A lot of women. It's not you don't just find just a few. You find women picking it up as a career. You find girls going into STEM. You find a lot of daring positions for women. Architecture. You find even the
site engineers,
even the real estate.
Even the real estate.
You find a lot of women putting on the coverall and going to sites to
for inspections.
For inspection, I was very impressed when I saw a lady wearing boots.
You've seen me.
She had.
Haven't you seen me several times on site? my boots.
You're wearing boots.
On my helmet and all of that.
Yeah, because that's where the women's life have come to, and I'm so excited about that. Part of what my role, how I have been able to help the women, is to let them see that we are setting up all of these women thing organizations and all of this. It shouldn't just end in WhatsApp group. What more can we do in the society? What more can we do in the economy? You know, I had the challenge of women coming to me and saying, when I was working in the bank, and saying that they want to be facilitated, they want loans from the bank. And I'll look at what they brought and I'm like, you can't get the loan. I'll tell them the truth, you can't get it. Why? Because
you don't have the facility.
Ready. You're not ready, you're not packaged. You're not packaged for what you're asking for.
If you mean package.
So, a woman would hear about, a group of women would hear about a loan out there. So, oh, we have this gender amount or this amount to support women. And they are packing their load and they are going to the bank to say, oh, we heard you have this loan to support, you have this loan to support women and we want to be part of it. And they'll say, okay, where is your collateral? No collateral. What credentials do you have? None. So you have account, right? So what account do you have?
Savings.
Nothing. Even savings, they don't have. So, okay, I have a business as a woman. Okay, what's your business account? You, by the time you go through audits the business account, you find from that account she bought her shoes. From that account she bought her jewelries, her makeup, her bag, and she did her grocery shopping from her business account. And that is a disqualifying effect already. So I had to take the time to nurture women, teach them about the things that the banks expect to see. When you say I have an account with the bank, what does the bank want to see? When someone wants to audit your account, your business account, what do they want to see? What are the things that they will see that will give them some comfort that indeed you are an entrepreneur, that indeed you're doing what business women
doing well,
and you're doing it well.
To be able to access such facilities.
Thank you. And you're conscious of your inflow and outflow. Very important. And I took like 2 years teaching, enlightening, educating women about this. And then one of the other major things we did was this agency banking. I spoke about it, some time ago, to a group of women. Agency banking is something that the CBN, for instance, is trying to use to empower women. Okay. Now, if you as a woman, you think you need to do a job and you don't have anything to do, that's one quick business you can run as an agent. And I tell you, you can invest your money in some very nice places, such that as your money is trickling in, you can actually come to some investment opportunities and drop those trickles there and be able to see your fruit grow after some time, even as an agent, a banking agent. And guess what? That was made possible because of technology.
Yes.
Technology has helped the women a lot. Talking about my women in export right now, we have been able to work on digitalizing ourselves.
Okay.
So everything we do now, our registration certificates for our export, we are looking at how we can easily do them online. One of our advocacy is how we can get the certificates online rather than going over everywhere trying to get certification, running around. You don't have to do those things. You can get your certification online. Institutions like the Nigeria Export Promotion Council, NEPC, their certificates is gotten online. You go online and you get it, and then you can go to the next level of your export. And NEPC is actually very, very forthcoming for the women, supporting the women in various ways. So a lot, like we have said, digitalizing things have made our lives easy and has made us being able to relate with the women even more easier. Our associations, our organizations, a couple of us now have data being digitalized, right? Our data are being digitalized. Unlike before, we can come and say we have 200 members, and when you ask where are these 200 members, you don't know. The best people had was register.
Yes.
But today, I can walk into any organization that I'm trying to partner with, and when they say where are your membership data, I can just give them a link, and they go online to see our data. So life has become much more easy. Working in the women community has become much more easy. I can sit here in Lagos and coordinate my group of farmers, my farmers cooperatives. I can coordinate them in the far villages, in the rural communities. Without being there. I can do a lot. We have CCTV on top of our farms. So from home, we can actually see what's happening in the farms. Okay, when we need to move produce, we can actually see these things from the comfort of our offices. And when we are going to visit the farms, we can also then invite our partners while they are in their offices to be watching us on the farm because of technology. So a lot of things have happened positively for the women because of what technology and innovation has done.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Very well. So in the course of your discussion a while ago, you mentioned that women in previous years couldn't have access to facilities from the bank due to lack of collateral facilities. So that brings us to the next question. Having collateral really is real estate investing, because you need to have maybe a piece of land, you need to have a building somewhere that you're using in exchange for the loan that you seek to require from the bank. So I would like you to talk about this in essence. How can women use technology now to invest in real estate? How can they use technology with innovations that is ongoing right now in the world? How can they harness these potentials to invest in real estate or own properties, or rather, if not own properties, how can they come into the industry as maybe partners, as realtors, as agents, as investors? What have you? There are whole lots of things women can do in the industry.
Absolutely.
Using technology. Can we hear from you?
Part of the things that I opened up to my cooperative as the president of the Women Chamber of Commerce, Cooperative Society and Credit Union was we had various business clusters, and one of the clusters that we had was real estate. And then on that cluster, we had about 185 women who were ready to invest in real estate opportunities. Now, these women were all in Abuja, but they were able to invest in one or two properties here in Lagos. Why? Because of technology.
They didn't have to travel.
They didn't have to travel.
Abuja to Lagos.
They didn't have to travel, and that was because they were able to go online to the sites where there were different properties. They were able to read, verify the documentations from the comfort of their
virtual inspection.
Exactly, from the comfort of their home, comfort of their offices, from the comfort of whatever it was they were doing up there in Abuja. And then they were able to see this, verify what they wanted to verify the documents, got in touch with lawyers that helped to go and do the searches that they required and all of that. And they were able to invest. Okay, so that's an investor. For even a rector, social media has made our life very easy. because on our phones, I call my phone my office. It's my
mobile
office.
office.
Yes, because I have all my colleagues there. I can send a mail. I can send a chat. All my colleagues are seeing it.
So you don't need a physical structure to run an office.
I don't. And that's where it becomes very interesting in the real estate industry. Why? Because before now, it has been a men's world, I would say. It was strange to see a woman, a
Go on
CEO or
site.
an MD in a real estate space. Doing it was strange. But because of how accessible it has been, I'm sure most times you don't have to come to the office to do your job. You don't even have to go to site most times. You can stay at home and give instructions
Yes.
to the staff. So it's not taking you away from being a wife.
No.
It's not taking you away from being a mother.
No.
You can do all your motherly duties, attend to the kids, and still be the CEO of a real estate organization.
Company.
See, so those are some of the benefits. You have your phone, you have your work desk. You can actually, I work from home. I've been working from home before the lockdown.
Before the COVID.
Before the COVID lockdown, I was working from home and I still work from home. In fact, I rarely go out. Going out is like when I have physical meetings and all of this, that's when I go out. And that again is because of what technology has done for us. So as a woman, I would encourage you, there's this before now, there's this talk about it was strange to find a woman having her name on a document. We talked about collateral. It was strange. When you see a woman that wants to go for business, she's thinking about collateral. Her family might have 10 homes, but none of this carry
in
her
her name.
So it's
a big constraint.
Yes, it's a big constraint. So she can't, you hear in the world around, they're talking about women not being able to access facilities, not being able to access loans. Why? Because they don't seem to have the requirements. Even though they might have had a family where they have like estates and all, they don't, because most of those things, not all, but not
to them.
And but with what we now have, how accessible technology has made the women, you can sit in the comfort of your home and just invest. You know that in another 6 months you're going to go for a loan or a facility. You can just call up a very reputable real estate company like Ehi-Kings and ask to invest in a property with some amount of money. You can actually start the crowdfunding. Exactly. You can join a crowdfunding group in a real estate and be able to generate savings that can help you. You can co-invest.
You can have payment plans, structured payment plans where you pay instrumentally
with other women.
Easy.
In fact, with other women. So even in our women associations, we can together in a cluster of 5 and 10 and actually invest in a property. I tell women you don't have to have 30 million to be a Lagos. You can have as little as 5 million, even 2 million, and still be a landlord of a share of a property in Lagos. That becomes a security that you can use to get to 1 million
facility
naira
from the bank.
You get it. So life has become pretty easy. It's for us to tap into the opportunities that technology and innovation has brought our way, even in the real estate.
With the advent of technology and innovation, assessing properties, going for inspection, virtual inspection is made easy. Would you advise a woman to invest in real estate because she has easy access to technology? What does the society see about women investing in real estate?
Thank you for asking that question, actually, because working with a lot of women, I have come to know that one of the challenges that we still have in the country, even in the year 2023, is the fact that some women still have a lot of constraints in putting their names on a property. It's still strange in some societies for a woman to go and buy a property and actually put her name, a married woman. Some people see it as even some fellow women see it as, are you planning to separate from your family? Are you planning a divorce? Is your husband, are you angry with your husband? They think it's something that you do when there's negativity around, or when there's something negative happening in the home. No, it's not. It's not. Just the same way you go online and see a bag and you want to invest in a good bag, or you see
Sure.
a good
Sure. Jewelry.
you know, and you want to invest in it. That's the same way you should go online and see a good property that is listed, and you have the fund. Be free to invest in it. It's not a taboo. It's not a taboo. It's okay. In fact, if you have the kind of husband that I have, he will be so excited when you buy it because he'll be like, okay, one stress off my neck. So you know now that you have land, you will not say, come and buy me land, come and buy me land. You know, he's excited to know that you are even going out to have an investment for yourself. So it's not a taboo. I encourage women out there to go ahead and get a property and put your name on it and present it to your husband, present it to your family. Let them rejoice with you. If you have the money, won't you buy a car? I love good cars. I will buy a car if I have money. And my husband will not be offended. And honestly, we should see it as a way of supporting our men, supporting our family when we do such investments. Because I tell you the truth, um, getting property, it's one investment that currently in the country you are sure. A lot of other investments, they come with a lot of uncertainties right now. With all that is happening in the economy, you just want to be sure of your investment. And I tell you, a good way to be sure of your investment is to own properties. And technology has also made it easy. I always tell people take advantage of an easy life. Life is not meant to be stressful. Okay? Now you can sit. The obligations or responsibility you have to give yourself as a woman is to read. Go online, search for these things, read them, read the terms. Don't just see a nice house and want it without looking at the terms. And then when you search, of course, you should try and visit too to see as a woman. Just the same way you go for shopping and you go to see what you want to buy. The same way you should do your investment with properties. The summary, really, technology has made our life easy.
Very
Let's not
easy.
complicate it by bringing that cloud of culture and unconscious bondage beliefs that people put themselves in to think that as a woman, if I go online and I buy a property and put my name, my husband will think I want to divorce him or there's trouble in the house. There's no trouble in the house. In fact, we should pop a bottle of champagne when you buy a property. Pop it and welcome your husband with a dance. You know, welcome him with a dance and with a good meal and tell him that you bought it. I'm sure he'll be glad that you did. Thank you so much, and thank you for bringing this perspective. That's something I really want our women to know. Yeah, something I really want them to know. Every woman should invest as much as possible in property. Own a property. You can own by yourself. You can own in clusters. Yes. In your women association, you can decide. So 10 of you can decide to come together. 5 of you can decide to come together, and you can invest in a property from the comfort of your home or offices. And feel free to pop a bottle of champagne when you do. It's not a crime.
I see you like popping champagne.
I do. I hope you have a champagne around here.
We sure how to celebrate this
one. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. You know, there's a popular scripture in the Bible that says, the virtuous woman, the Proverb 31 woman. The Bible says she considered a field and she buys it. God bless so that just sums up this question.
This communication.
So it is actually not wrong for a woman to consider a property and buys it. But the only constraint, the only thing I would, or a man would frown at, if she does it without her husband getting to know about it. See, some women have this mindset of let me just do it. Let me just do it. That's if you have such notion or such belief or such mindset, it may not go down well with the husband. So, but if your husband is in support and you go ahead, it's a good thing to do.
I think really that a situation where the man could get offended at you buying, he would get offended at you buying anything else, because there is already a challenge in that kind of situation.
No,
Or where
where the man would probably get offended if she does it behind him. So if I don't think there should be any reason why a woman should even own a property without her husband getting to know about it in the first place. That means there is no unity in that home. There's something that means
and
each
that's
other.
because property actually is not a my mind investment.
Of course,
It's a good investment, but it's a major investment for the home.
for the home.
So it's not like going to just buy a SIM card.
Yes.
Okay, it's a permanent, it's a more permanent asset. So when you as a woman want to invest in that, it's always important that you let the man know.
Of
And
course.
if you have made it, this was where I was going to earlier. If you have made it a conscious effort or a thing of natural
Decision
what's the
of
word? Where you tell your husband things, when there's
things.
nothing to hide.
Exactly.
You know, when you do things,
That's
he
what
knows
won't
that.
come in.
Exactly. You won't even get offended because you will naturally tell him that, hey, I just seen a property and I think I like it, and I think I want to. Or in my women's organization or in my office or with my colleagues who are considering this kind of investment, what do
Yes.
you think? I mean, the home is a sweet place. It's a sweet place.
Yes.
So when you share such with your husband or with your family members, they should be able to say, oh, okay.
Congratulations.
Have you looked at the pros and cons? Have you studied? Have you done your homework, your KYC, and all of those? When they ask all those type of questions, it's not to stop you
From investing.
from investing. It should be to encourage you to go on. You know.
So, in essence, technology has helped women to break the barriers
Absolutely.
in investing in real estate.
Absolutely.
It has also helped women break the barriers of taking up positions in notable industries like real estate, engineering,
Oh, look at you.
architecture, notable places that were, seemingly impossible years back. It's very strange to see a woman in the tech industry, but we have notable women today in tech industries, and they are doing very well. And this is to encourage every woman out there. You may be a young girl, whatever it is that your dreams are, whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, do not set boundaries for yourself. There's really no limitation to what you can achieve. The tech industry years back was seen as very tough, it's masculine, it's a place for the men. But today we have women who are doing they're not struggling, but they are doing amazingly well in these industries. So women should brace up and embrace such challenging roles and become relevant in the society. The whole essence of this is being relevant in the society.
Absolutely.
Being useful to yourself, to your family. Even your children will be very proud to see, oh, mommy is this, mommy is an engineer, mommy is techie. There's this excitement and joy that comes with such fulfillment of such roles and positions. So today, this year's topic is very, interesting. So, in conclusion, we would also want to appeal to our husbands, men out there, please give your ladies, your wives, give the women the support they need to become relevant.
Absolutely.
In these industries.
Absolutely.
Let there be no limitations, no boundaries.
Absolutely.
So long as there's determination and willingness to become, please encourage our women to become who they have dreamt to become. And together, we are all building a beautiful society for every one of us.
Absolutely.
Today's topic has been innovation and technology. We don't want to call it gender equality, gender participation,
yes.
Really, because that is what it got. We are not dragging positions with the men.
No,
we are not trying to drag positions or try to be ahead, because I think that's the fear most men have when women are becoming too empowered. They feel like, oh,
well, permit me to step in there. So it's not. I think it's not just because the men think that you are becoming very empowered. Let's see it from the positive. The men think that you are taking up more roles, and they feel you have not done the proper work. You have not studied enough, because women were very multitasking. We do a lot of things.
I really don't agree with that point. Sorry to say, because it's not that women have not studied very well or they don't know their onions when it comes to
No, no,
such.
no. They know their onions. They know their onions. But you see, I'm a very detailed person. I am. But then, when after I have gone through a document, after I have done the analysis, I then open it up to my husband. And there's something that always happens. My husband is very intelligent. He will see one thing that I have
You have
missed.
not seen,
It's
that you
very,
did not see.
it's very
I,
annoying.
I feel like after all I've done,
Exactly.
I
I'm trying
understand.
to make sure I don't open my eyes and
So that when you go there, he will just give you a thumbs up.
but I just believe it's a gift.
Yes.
I believe it's a gift.
They just
because
have that ego eyes to
watch
see.
over
Yes,
us.
yes,
That's what it should
yes,
be.
yes.
Nobody's competing with anybody. Where it's a partnership. We're in this together. The
But
Bible.
you know what? I can tell you that most women have been overly empowered to the
Okay.
point where they feel like they don't need men in their lives anymore.
Okay.
Go to hell. I can take care of myself. What I mean, I can become a single mom. I can take care of myself and my children or my child. So that's, to a large extent, has made men to want to curtail the women. You feel like if you become too empowered, financially stable, you won't respect me as a man. You go overboard. You will not have that regard. So that's limitation is there.
Okay.
They try to curtail the women. So this is to say that scripture, has made it clear that the man is the head. It doesn't matter how much you achieve as a woman, you still need to be under a man.
Okay.
You still need to be under the man because that is how Christ made. That is how God made it.
I like the way the Bible puts it. The Bible said, "Help meet, help meet." That means this person, this male figure, has responsibilities that God is bringing you into His relationship or
To
his
help.
space to help. So, as a woman, we should see ourselves as that
Help her.
Everything the man does, we are there to support him, to help him. Do you know this popular saying that besides or behind every
Successful man, there is a
there
woman.
is a woman? Besides every successful woman, too,
There is a man.
man.
Yes.
There is the head that controls and tries to ensure that whatever you're doing is, especially if you
There's
have
a
a good
balance.
relationship in your home, and every woman should have. It should be your responsibility to ensure that your home, your family life is sweet, is fun. It's your responsibility as a woman. When you have that kind of balance in your home, your husband will be free to trust you with
Anything.
Your
Sure.
family, not just your husband. In case, let's not leave the ones that are not married yet out because they actually have family. Your family will be bold enough to trust you. They can give you more responsibility, not in terms of just asking from you, but they can trust that you, when any situation or decision comes to you, the advice that is coming from you is actually something that will be productive.
Yes.
Life is full of fun as women, and technology
Has made
it so easy. Thank you so much. I'm talking really a lot today. I hope you have champagne here because I'm going to
Sure,
bust
I see
one.
that you like to pop champagne. Thank you for coming on set
Thank you so
today with
much.
me on Real Estate in Perspective. I'm so excited about this topic, and I know and I trust that you are too, and you have learned a thing or two from today's special edition, Real Estate in Perspective, because we're talking about women, innovation, technology, digital. What does technology and innovation got to do with the women, and how has it helped us to become even more better and useful in the society? Till I come your way again next week, stay blessed. Always we say, Kings, invest with us today, and you definitely will smile tomorrow.